All right, now let's take a look at what's happening in other markets. Talking about the crypto space there, we see the fear greed index this morning, 28 points, shifting lower from the 30-point range. We've been at its 28 points this morning of 100, showing it's still extreme fear in the crypto space. Market cap, $977.43 billion, and it's up by 1.01%. And we see volume traded, that's Bitcoin and the altcoins, that's $61.96 billion this morning. See that fear greed index there, 28 points. And we see a price of Bitcoin this morning, $21,199. It's down about 0.25%. We see Bitcoin there struggling this morning, trying to see if the bears can push it below 20,000. The bears are pushing hard, but we see the bulls defending that 21,000 point range at this point. And you see volume traded, $26.10 billion there. And we see Bitcoin settled below the 22,000 support zone. It consolidated near the 21,000 zone for some time before more losses actually entered. The price declined below the 21,000 level, but downsides seem limited. You know, at this point, it's now trading below the 21,500 level and the 100 hourly simple moving average. Let's look at Ethereum there, $1,447. Down 0.32%. Volume traded $16.99 billion. Ethereum there lose that 1,500 mark at this point, and it might get to 1.3 if the sell-offs actually continue. All eyes on the Fed today, and crypto traders will be watching for what the Fed decision is going to be. All right, now let's bring in Gilbert Jokpata now, digital market analyst. Hello, Gilbert.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Lati.
Good morning, Gilbert. Great to have you. So a new crypto tax bill is being proposed in the U.S. to exempt transactions under $50 from capital gains tax. How's the crypto community responding to this?
Okay, one of the major hurdles to Bitcoin not just being a store of value, but a medium of exchange has been the U.S. tax code. You know, in the U.S., if I walk into a store, buy a cup of coffee, and I walk away from that coffee, first of all, I'll have to pay for my coffee. Once I walk away, I will still have to pay for capital gains tax. So this new crypto tax bill by the Republican Senator Pat Toomey and the Democratic Senator Sinema seeks to allow consumers to pay for goods and services without having to worry about capital gains tax, to encourage public adoption of cryptocurrency. If you're paying for something that is below $50. So in a statement by Tommy, he's worried that the present tax code is standing in the way of the ordinary citizens using Bitcoin in their daily lives. This is actually a signal that the U.S. Congress is paying attention to the industry, and I personally would like to see how far this bill will go, because this is actually encouraging for the cryptocurrency industry and community. So we will push the boundary from just using Bitcoin as a store of value, but also as a medium of exchange. However, I'm not quite excited about this bill. While I believe the bill is applaudable, I still believe that $50 is low in an inflationary environment. It will be more exciting if...
What do you think the ideal number will be?
About, at least $1,000 is fair enough.
$1,000. Okay, well, that's a lot of money, Gilbert, at this point. But they're starting somewhere. They're starting with 50. Maybe they will take it up a notch, you know, at some point. All right, so all eyes, you know, on the Fed today. Bitcoin price looking quite, you know, shaky. What are you expecting?
A whole lot depends on the statement that's going to come from the Fed. If the increase is not quite exponential, we may just have a little reaction, because I actually expect that the interest rate will be high. So if we have at least 70, 75, I don't think that the market volatility will be much, but if it's above that, we will see more volatility. But a whole lot from market price have to depend on what the Fed chairman is going to say and the dollar strength.
And obviously, we know the equities market, too, is going to react, to whatever the decision is. And when do you see the decoupling, happening? Because we've seen, Bitcoin actually correlated to the NASDAQ, and that seems to be holding strong, at this point. When do you think we can expect to see a decoupling?
One major thing why this correlation exists is that people who have interest in tech stock, which you look at the NASDAQ and S&P, are still people who have interest for cryptocurrency, because you need to be a lover of technology in the stock market. If you're a lover of technology in the stock market, you will also be a lover of cryptocurrency. So you just happen to see that it is the same persons who are holding this tech stock that are still holding large bags in the cryptocurrency market. The more we can push the more of a store of value mindset into the market, and more people rather use Bitcoin more as a store of value than just seeing it as an asset or a security, then we are going to see that decoupling happen as soon as that mindset change happens.
All right, and most pro traders, they always talk about, in bear markets, there are always, opportunities. What opportunities are you seeing in the crypto market at this point?
More from a trader's perspective, I know the mainstream idea of bottoming, or like a couple of weeks ago, there was more of a bullish continuation. But if you look at that structure, the market structure has certain downside, and this downside depends a whole lot on the dollar and interest rate. So I think the safest things traders will be doing at the moment is shorting the market, while for investors, we still have pretty discounted prices for in the cryptocurrency market they can still take advantage of.
And recently we saw, Matic, was going on some kind of rally. What altcoins are standing out for you at this time?
Personally, exchange token, BNB. Presently, I have been looking at BTC token. It's doing well. We also have Ether. Ether is doing well. Solana and the rest. These altcoins are really, despite what is happening in the market. If you look at the Ethereum structure is doing very well, even though we are in the bear market. And this is actually telling us structure and momentum is actually a good thing for the bull market. It means that when the bull market comes, these assets that are holding a very good and solid structures are only building a good base for more to gather good momentum for an uptrend once the bulls are back to the market.
And we know, most traders love the big cap coins, because they're considered quite, safe and, less risky. But what microcaps are looking good at this time? Because, in the bear market, we see most of these projects actually go underwater.
Okay, if we are looking at large market cap assets, then we are looking at Ether. Because, okay, Bitcoin, first of all, is an asset that if you look at, is still looking good. We also have Ether. Ether is quite something amazing. Like, I'm surprised Ethereum is able to still maintain the structure. I was actually expecting a more decline market structure-wise. But Ethereum is holding strong in a certain range. We also have DNB. DNB also looks very, very... is sitting in a solid structure. It still has its potential downside, no doubt, but the potential downside still sits in a solid structure as well. Exchange token are doing the same thing. FTT, which is a native token as well for FTX, doing the same thing. BTC tokens, Solana. These are assets that, despite what is happening and potential downside, still the threat is still imposed. But the next structure they are to hold looks very, very solid, regardless of what is happening. And I think these are the safest assets if somebody is looking at that. They should pay attention or do their research into these assets, because smaller market cap currencies, their downside risk will still be exponential if Bitcoin dips further.
All right. Talk about trying to be safe in the risky market. Thank you so much, Gilbert Jokpata, financial market analyst. It's great having you.